All right, boys and girls, this is a long lesson, so we're gonna just get going so that it doesn't take as long as we need it to, but we have 4 pages to do. This one is Built the Perfect Sandcastle by Greg Mission. So we're gonna have sequencing talking about the process of making a sandcastle. The beach isn't just a place to swim and relax in the sun. It can be a site of some serious building. You may have admired sandcastles on a beach or in a sandbox, but what exactly does it take to make the perfect sandcastle? Gather the tools below to follow the steps. With a little hard work, you can create an amazing sandcastle of your own. So these are tools and supplies that you would need. What you will need: at least 2 buckets, 1 or 2 shovels, sand, water, not needed but a good idea. Some things that you can use are sticks, funnel, spoons, spray bottle of water, shells or pebbles. Important tip: to build a good sandcastle, you need wet sand. Dry sand does not stick together. Because of this, it can't be used to create strong walls or towers. Is your tower or base falling apart? Try adding more water. Step 1, draw a plan. First, decide how big you want your castle to be. Then outline a square or shape in the sand using your shovel or a stick. The castle will be inside this shape. After this is done, you are ready to move on to step 2. Step 2, make a sand bowl. This is important, boys and girls, of why to build a sand bowl. Make a large sand pile inside the shape you made in step 1. You can use a shovel or a bucket to pile the sand. Now you have to get the sand wet. To keep the water from just running down the sides of your pile, make a bowl shape in the middle of the pile. To keep the water from just running down the sides of your pile, make a bowl shape in the middle of the pile. Step 3, make the base. Use the back of your shovel to pack the sand down. This will make your base strong. Your pile of sand should have a flat top when you are finished. You may need to add more wet sand to the center during this step. Creating a tower, step 4. First, fill a bucket with sand. Next, add water to the bucket until the sand is very wet, but not running. Then turn the bucket upside down and place it on top of the base. Finally, remove the bucket slowly. Your sand tower should now be on top of the base. Repeat the step to make as many towers as you would like. You can use different size containers to make towers. Cups, paper towel tubes, even boxes will make interesting towers. And step 5, decorate. This is your chance to put your imagination to work. Decorate your sandcastle with any way you like. Use shells or colorful pebbles to decorate the roof and walls. Use a stick to draw on windows or bricks. Use a spoon to carve out doors and tunnels. It's up to you. Finally, step back and admire your sandcastle. Make sure to get a picture next to your creation. Tips and tricks. Use a funnel to make a pointy roof. Use a spray bottle to keep sand wet. Use egg cartons to make small towers. Use an ice cube tray to make bricks. So for some reason, we skipped numbers 1 through 6, but we're on number 7. It says, what is the main reason to shape the pile of sand like a bowl? You would have to go back to your story. Step 2 says, make a sand bowl. Why are we making it? It says to keep the water from just running down the sides of your pile. Okay? To give the sandcastle a round shape, to help get the entire pile of sand wet, to form a wall around the castle, to make it easier to stack the sand. So as far as we can see, the reason you make your bowl is so that the water, to keep the water from just running down the sides of your pile, make a bowl shape in the middle of the pile. So it seems like it's to keep it safe. Anywhere there that says to keep it safe? To form it, you know what? The reason we make a bowl is so that any water around it does not touch the castle. And so if you go here, it says to form a wall around the castle. So that would be your circle, your answer. What does the illustration next to step 4 help you understand? Well, let's go to illustration right here. What is this telling you or showing you? Okay, creating the towers. Remove the bucket slowly. So let's see. While the sand pile needs to be shaped like a bowl, how large the base of the sandcastle should be, where to build the base of the sandcastle, or how the sand stays in the shape of the container. Well, isn't this picture showing that as you take off the bucket, the sand stays up? So it stays the shape of the container. Number 9, according to the tips and tricks sidebar, what is one way the funnel can be used? Okay. Tips and tricks. Use a funnel to make a pointy roof. Says it right there. To pour water into the sand pile, to draw an outline in the sand, to form a pointy roof on the castle. There you go. Okay. Next page. Which of the following tells how the passage is organized? How is this story being told? Is it just saying you build a castle? Is it basically it's a sequence, boys and girls? This is what I'm trying to get at. That it's a sequence. It tells you how to start from the beginning when you have no castles, and then how to get castles in the end by making them. So does it compare building sandcastles to real castles? Did we ever talk about real castles? No. It gives steps to follow to create your own sandcastle? Probably. It explains what happens when water is added to sand? It says about it, but the focus is about building sandcastles. It describes different activities that you can do at the beach? No. So it's going to be B. Okay. And then 11, part A. What is the meaning of the word container in step 4? A type of funnel, a type of tower, a place to hold things, or a tool for packing down sand? What does container mean? I want you to try to do that one yourself. Part B, which sentence from the passage best supports the answer to part A? First, fill a bucket with sand, then turn the bucket upside down and place it on top of the base. Your sand tower should now be on top of your base. Use shells or colorful pebbles to decorate the roof of your walls. So what does a container do? Or what can you use a container for? Okay, do that one. And here on number 12, copy the words from the word box into the correct location by following the steps for creating the base and sandcastle as described in Build a Perfect Castle. Okay, so what are the steps to make a castle? This is the part we're going to work on. Okay, text. So what is the first thing you need? Do you need to dig a bowl, outline the shape of what your castle is going to be, pack the sand, pile the sand, or get wet sand? So if you guys remember from the steps from the story, step 1 says to make an outline, shape. Okay. The next one, after you outline a shape, do you guys remember that it tells you you have to build a wall around it? So it says dig a bowl. What do you have to do after you dig a bowl? Do you just put any type of sand? Or do you have to use a special type of sand? And this part you're going to do on your own. Think about the steps. You can go back. You can go back and look at the steps. Build a bowl. and then make the base. And then you start creating towers and you decorate. But what's the process of making a tower? That's what you need to try to find out. And the only way to do that is if you go back and read if you have to. Okay? But you have outline shape, dig bowl, and then what's the next step? Do you just pack the sand? Do you pile the sand or do you use wet sand? After you do this one, what's next? And what's next in the sequence? And that is that, boys and girls. This is your assignment. I want you to take a picture of it and send it in your teacher's, in your portfolio for your teacher. Okay, see you on the next one.